You know how it is. After months of research, you've chosen your dream racing wheel and pedals, cleared up some space and picked up your perfect sim rig and finally decided on that 4K monitor to race on. But to bring this all together, you're going to need either a console or a PC to game on. Consoles are great, but they're very limiting as they don't support widescreen monitors or multi-screen setups, and even the level of detail you get when racing can be a little bit reduced. Together with a limited number of compatible wheels, that's why the majority of sim racers use a PC instead of a console. When you're choosing a PC, you've really got two options. Either build your own by spending a lot of time researching what you'll need, trying to find the parts and build it, and then troubleshoot any issues, which can in some instances take quite a bit of time. And if, like me, you're limited for time, a good option to go for is a pre-built PC from CyberPower PC, and they give you the ability to pick up a predefined config and upgrade any components. It's then built by them and sent over, so a plug and play option with no messing around. I've decided to upgrade my current PC, so the PC I've gone with is powered by MSI and has been pre-built by CyberPower PC, and they've built me a seriously insane gaming PC which I'll be using with my sim rig and on my gaming desk. So in today's video I'll be reviewing my new gaming PC, going through the spec, testing it out on my sim rig and on my gaming desk, together with testing it out for productivity purposes to give you a better idea if it's worth getting or not. And I've got a link in the description below with the full spec and cost. But before I begin, if you're new to the channel, hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to get notified of my next release. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Let's take a look at the PC and its spec. It's powered by MSI, which guarantees your PC is expertly crafted by their global partners using premium MSI components for optimal compatibility, with it providing an unparalleled gaming experience. The case is a CyberPower PC Amethyst curved gaming case in white with 4 ARGB 120mm fans. The CPU is an AMD Ryzen 9 9950X, 16 cores with a 5.7 GHz turbo speed. There's 64 gigs of DDR5 RAM running at 6400 MHz from Kingston. The GPU is an MSI GeForce RTX 5090 SUPRIM SoC with 32 gigs of GDDR7 RAM. For storage, I've got two 2TB MSI M.2 PCIe 4.0 NVMe SSDs. The motherboard is an MSI MPG X870E carbon Wi-Fi, and the power supply is an MSI MAG A1250GL 1250 watts. So spec wise, it's an absolute beast at the high end range. The case has a curve at the front with a glass cover curving around. The bottom rim below the glass has an LED. The glass cover is hinged so you can open it, plus you're able to lift it away. Inside you've got RGB on the fans, motherboard, RAM, GPU and CPU. All the internal RGB for the PC is controllable via MSI's software, either independently or collectively. But the RGB on the case and the internal fans is only controllable via a button on the case. Aesthetics wise, I actually think the PC looks pretty awesome with the RGB lighting. Ports wise, at the front you've got a 3.5mm headphone jack, one Type-C port, 2 USB-A ports. At the back there's a 9 USB 10 gigabits per second Type-A ports, 2 USB 10 gigabits per second Type-C ports, 2 USB 40 gigabits per second Type-C ports, 1 optical audio output, 2 LAN ports, with one supporting 2.5 GHz and the other supporting 5 GHz. On the GPU, you've got one HDMI 2.1B port and 3 DisplayPort 2.1B ports. The case maintains good airflow and sound level wise, the PC just hums along with it being pretty quiet. Even when it's pushed to the extreme, the cooling did a great job in keeping the PC cool. On to testing the PC with one of my sim racing rigs. This is the Playseat Formula Intelligence F1 edition, and my monitor is the LG UltraGear 45 GX950A, which is a gaming monitor with a 45-inch display and a 5K 2K resolution. So essentially it's a stretched 4K monitor with a 165Hz refresh rate. Testing with this will push it beyond a standard 4K monitor, hence I thought it would be a good test to do. Racing and performance wise, it's really good with the AMD Ryzen 9 9950X CPU and the MSI GeForce RTX 5090 GPU. I've played a number of different games on it with the in-game graphics set to the highest value, and it performed really well with it being really smooth as a monitor is both NVIDIA G-Sync compatible and AMD FreeSync Premium Pro compatible. Noise levels wise, the PC remained pretty quiet, and to give you some examples of what I was seeing in terms of performance, on F1 2024 I was getting around 140 to 180 FPS. In Assetto Corsa I was seeing 300 to 380 FPS. In Assetto Corsa Competizione I was getting around 120 to 170 FPS. In Forza Motorsport I saw 120 to 160 FPS. In Forza Horizon 5 I was getting 120 to 170 FPS. In terms of expandability, the GPU is spec'd pretty high, so in the future I could, if I wanted to, go over to a triple screen monitor setup, giving out 4K on each of the screens. So in one way it is future-proofing me having this PC. Over to my gaming desk where I've got the LG UltraGear 32GS95UE, and this gaming monitor is 32 inches with it supporting 4K at 240Hz. Testing on here with the in-game graphic settings set to maximum, and again performance was seriously impressive together with it being ultra smooth, giving exceptional performance. Noise levels wise the PC remained pretty quiet, and to give you some examples of what I was seeing in terms of performance, on Fortnite I was getting around 150 FPS, in COD I was getting around 170 FPS, in Apex Legends I saw around 240 FPS, in Doom Dark Ages I got around 150 FPS, and finally in Far Cry 6 I was getting around 220 FPS. So performance wise it was really good. The PC has 4 M.2 slots, with 2 of them having 2TB MSI M.2 PCIe 4.0 SSD storage, so ample space for installing games and other software, plus there's 2 free slots so you can easily upgrade at a later stage. On to general usage, and it's really no surprise, performance is awesome, with it easily able to edit 4K videos and convert them really quickly. With Office apps and browsing, again no surprise, streaming on here with Netflix or YouTube worked perfectly fine, plus with the 64 gigs of DDR5 RAM running at 6400 MHz, it can easily cope with multitasking between different apps. I've also done a performance test via Cinebench R23, and in there on the single core processor it came in at the top, and in the multi-core processor test it came in at the top too. So performance wise it's awesome. So in summary, if you're after a high-end PC for sim racing or gaming at your desk, and even for productivity purposes, this PC is spec'd to such a high standard that you'll be future-proofed for a good number of years, providing excellent gaming performance. And the advantage here is that since it's a pre-built PC, it's literally a plug-and-play option with a warranty that includes 5 years labour, 2 years parts, 12 months collect and return, plus lifetime technical support. On the negative side, in terms of price, it may be slightly more expensive to buy a pre-built PC, as you're obviously paying someone else to build the PC for you. But the advantage here is the warranty with lifetime tech support, and the fact it's a hassle-free option as it's just a plug and play instead of a plug and pray. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links, and if you have any questions on this, let me know in the comments below. For those of you who've got to the end of this video, please leave a comment with Dream PC, as it's awesome to see who's got to the end of my video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on all my socials, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to be notified of my next release. Thanks for viewing, and see you in the next one.